Here we have the freshwater trout and Redfin tackle club box for November. It's getting close to Christmas time. Let's have a look. So we've got 4 packs of soft plastics here for you. I'm going to start off with these ones. We've got the Damiki squash shad in 2 different sizes here for you. I've got the 2.5 inch and the 2 inch. So you've got a grub style soft plastic with a wide paddle tail on the back in 2 different sizes here, ready to go. Now we do have another one here from Fish Arrow, the free rig shrimp in the 2.6 inch. So obviously these are there to mimic your little shrimp or your little yabbies that are getting around. And I like to rig these on as light a jig head as I can cast, so you get that nice slow sink. If the fish are sitting tight to the bottom, I will rig these on a heavier jig head, just so I can work these easily along the bottom of that water column that I'm fishing. And then last but not least, for the soft plastics from Lunker City, the Fin S Shad. I've got the rainbow trout color here, and these are just such a cute little looking soft plastic. I've fished with the bigger Lunker Cities before, but not these small ones. These are a small 1.75 inch little fork tail soft plastic. So obviously being fork tail, you're not going to get any of that wobbling action like you do get with a paddle tail. But something like this is going to be great on a really light jig head, either burning it straight down the middle of a shallow stream chasing a trout, or on a light jig head once again, but whipping it up and down the side of some weed beds is going to be great. Now I have also included jig heads here from Damiki, the Loot jig head. I've got the 1.5 gram jig heads here, so nice and light, and they will actually marry up with these little Lunker City plastics perfectly. You'll probably get away with using one of the smaller Damiki squash shads, but the 2 bigger ones, the free rig shrimp and the bigger Damiki squash shads, you probably will need a larger jig head hook for them to be fished perfectly. Now I've got 2 hard bodies here in the box. First one from Rapala is the Countdown Minnows. So this is a sinking hard body, which allows you to count down 1, 2, 3, 4 to get the desired depth that you want to fish it at. So something like this can be great for sinking it down the weed edges that you have in some of your dams or impoundments, or if you're burning it through a little creek and there's a bit of a hole or a drop off, you can pause, let it sink down into that hole before ripping it back out again. So sinking little hard bodies like this can be quite unique and chop and change the way you actually fish for some of these fish. And then last but not least, the Pika spoon with an owner single hook on the back. So this is the tiny little metal spoon lure. I tend to chuck these on a little swivel up at the nose because these can spin a fair bit and you don't want that spin and twist going into your braid or your leader. So I tend to chuck these onto like just a little swivel on the nose just to get rid of that problem all up. Obviously you can fish these on the cast and retrieve, burn it straight through some of these shallow creeks, or if you find yourself situated over top of a school of say Redfin or something, you can just drop this down and just work it like a jig as well. Very popular style lure for the bass and the yellows, and this style also works like your Redfin and that as well. And then that is it for the Trout and Redfin box this month. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that is right for you, and welcome to the club.